Shalom Aleichem. We're learning the Sicha of Purim. I know it's long after Purim, forgive me, but that Mashlam Zayin, I have to complete. At the end of the Sicha, Purim Beis learned the Sicha. The Rebbe talks about the Rambam, obviously the whole Sicha, but specifically the Rebbe is talking about that the Rambam writes, Mutav la'adam laharis, but matanis laharis, a person should do a lot of matanis lavyanim, more than Yesuda Mishleich Manas. Even though all the mitzvahs are simcha, nevertheless, there's no bigger simcha than the Sameach Lebanim that you said. So that part, I want to just focus, read from the way the Rebbe originally said these words, and it was more extensive, and just a lot of interesting nekudas that the Rebbe said at the original Farbrengen. Tafshan Lamed Vav, and it's just beautiful, beautiful words and nekudas. Some of it is already we learned in the Sicha, but I'm just going to go and kind of read everything that we have. Okay, so Rebbe was talking about why there's a special thing on Matanis Levyanim. If it's just that you're Doima L'Shechina, then it's like the whole year. Where is there a chiyuv to be Doima L'Shechina on Purim more than Erev Purim or after Purim? And that explains because Purim is Yemei Mishta B'Simcha. Like we said, you have to have a Simcha so much that you're drunk and you fall asleep. So it has to be a Simcha G'dola Mufa'ada, beautiful Simcha. And that's through a Matanis Levyanim. No, but you could have a Simcha G'dola Mufa'ada by having a big party, Mishleich Manas. So we tell Zakta Aber that Rambam says that such a Simcha G'dola Mufa'ada, but when you do Matanis Levyanim, is not by the previous two. And therefore, it has a shaykhus to Purim that doesn't have the whole year, because B'kol Hashana, you don't have a chiyuv to be Simcha G'dola Mufa'ada. But on Purim, you have the chiyuv of Chayiv and Ishub Sumit. You have to be joyous, Adal Yada. And therefore, that gushes of Matanis Levyanim has to be a Simcha G'dola Mufa'ada. And according to this, we understand a difference. Another difference. The same din that says you have to be Mesamech, Ger Yosef Almana, and poor people is also by Yom Tov. And then it says, Levi, Ger Yosef Almana. And Rashi says, you take care of mine, I'll take care of you. And over there, the Rambam writes, in Ilchus Yom Tov, they have the mitzvah of Mesamech. And without being Mesamech, it's not Simcha Mitzvah, it's Simcha's place, it's your own stomach. And so what's the big chiddush? So then what's the big difference? But over here he says there's something unique. It doesn't say over there. That is dafka over here by Purim. So too there's another difference, and it's a difference in din, in halacha. That the Rambam should have written in Hilchos Yom Tov that you have to be Samech Aniyim Ger Yosef Almana, and if not, then it's not Simcha Mitzvah but Simchas Kreisei. Over there, the Rambam writes that if you close your door, if you close your house, and you don't give to Ger Yosef Almana, then it's not Simcha Mitzvah, Simchas Kreisei. But by Simchas Purim, he doesn't say those words. Why doesn't he say those words? Because the difference is b'pashtus. By Yom Tov, if there's no aniv ger yosef almana, so you could still have a samachta b'chagecha, and it will be simchas mitzvah. When is it only simchas kreis if you close your doors? In other words, his question was why over there it mentions you have to close your doors. Why doesn't it just say if you don't have people? Because the point is if you close your doors, then it's a problem. If you don't have them, big deal. But by Purim, you need to take care of them. Not that you're going to get punished if you don't, but nevertheless, you're lacking simcha delo mefuada. So therefore, he doesn't say about locking the house. It's not about locking your house. Even if your door is open, you have to make sure that you're taking care of the evyanim. By Yom Tov, if you don't have an ani ger yosef almana, then whatever. At least you have some after the chagecha, as long as you didn't lock your door. But by Purim, there's a chiyuv achi ishtaker. In other words, you have to have adla yada, beyond Yediyah, and therefore there's no way of having simple deal with other unless you find one Evyan and then a second Evyan, and then you have Lahabris Evyan, and you have many people to take care of. Now, through this, you can also understand that Motnazach, a strange thing, the Rambam brings about over here the idea that you'll be similar to Shechina. Now, tzedakah has many milas, has many credible things that it says clearly, etc. Shkula connected kol mitzvahs, etc. I'll take care of yours. What's the idea of that he says over here? Dafke v'yidma l'shchina. Why is it saying specifically over here? Now the Rambam is trying to give hints, and he says like this. We've said many times that there's many lemazim hints in the Rambam. Starting from the beginning of a sefer, he starts the words Yisoda, Samud HaChachmas, Yud Kei Vavke, the first letter of each word, not Shem Elikim, but he says Dafke Yud Kei Vavke. The idea, the Chida brings up this idea. And why Dafke Shem Havai and not Shem Elikim? Because the idea is that Hashem is constantly creating Mahava. And now B'negelim Yanenu, in our topic, the Rambam over here is not to talk. He's not here to tell you the milas of giving tzedakah. Nor is Dafke finden in the ruf ashaychus minad gasha. He has to rather find a specific focus. Why Dafke and Yemei Purim, not before Purim and after Purim, is there such a special thing? So the first point is that it's a time of simcha, simcha del mufar, as we said. And then he brings the idea that doima l'shchina. Why? Because in order to be doima l'shchina, you have to be in a level of adala yada. That's the idea of nevuah. You have to transcend yourself. Dafke Purim, you're able to transcend yourself. Because that gasha is yidma l'shchina more than yemais hashana because adala yada. And that's why dafka over here, when you do tzedakah, you're able to achieve the doima l'shchina because the rest of the time you're doing it within your kelim. But over here you're doing the simcha del l'mayla mefad, and therefore you transcend and you hit the highest levels. L'chaim l'shalom.